Hey, Wild Rebels, how you going? I'm back with some new comics, and they are brought to you by my comic book, The Red Knight. It's available in print and digital, issues 1 through 4 at manospublishing.com. So, hey, let's talk about the comics I picked up this week in my weekly comic pool. That's the name of the show. Alright, this week I picked up Amazing Spider-Man 50 LR, Daredevil 23, Spider-Woman number 5, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 110, and X-Men it's issue 13, part 10 of X of Swords. And here we go. I'm going to start off with Amazing Spider-Man 50 LR. And, okay, I'm going to start off this right now. This isn't so much criticism of the comic, which I like. Marvel's been doing this, particularly with Spider-Man. I think they've done this with a couple other titles, but I've seen this a lot with Spider-Man since I'm buying the book. They have, like, an important issue. They're doing an arc, and then they do this point 1 or point LR thing. And I think a lot of readers mistakenly will forget to pick it up or think, oh, that's going to be filler stuff on background stuff or like tie-in stuff. I don't need that. And you do, because this is pretty much the next issue. I don't understand this. Now, I don't agree with their constant renumbering and legacy numbers and that, but I understand it. You explain that to me and go, okay, that makes sense. I don't agree with you, but I understand it. This I don't understand. Just call it issue 51. This doesn't have a legacy on it. Variant edition, last remains. Just call it issue 51. Are you worried that you're doing too many parts to your story and you look like you're making these things too big to scare off readers? Well, don't do that. If anything, it seems like readers love really long stories and story arcs. So, I don't know, just call it 51. It perplexes me. All right. With that out of the way, with that mini rant out of the way, this is an issue by Nick Spencer, and it's co-written by Matthew Rosenberg. And Federico Vincentini is the artist, and I feel like I've seen Vincentini before. Just in case I haven't mentioned his work before, good lord, this is a really cool art. It's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful action. Nice splashy pages. The character work is really nice in the like more quiet moments. Everything has a nice, good, like extreme look to it. It's really beautiful, and you get to see like Spidey like fight throughout this issue, and you get to see like the stress on him and the costume being beat up, as well as his allies getting like scary demon possessed and stuff like that. So anyway, this issue is viewed from Norman Osborn. After he's been, quote-unquote, saved by the Sin Eater, he is left to reflect on how he has caused this situation, how he has turned Harry, through his actions, into the monster he is today. And he is trying to figure things out with Dr. Kafka. Meanwhile, the Spider Friends have been possessed by Kindred himself, and they're becoming more and more demonic as they're fighting. There's actually this really cool sequence where Spidey breaks free of the mini-sub they're in and starts to float up to the surface, and he realizes they're not coming out. They're not coming after me. And I just realized Kindred doesn't care if they live or die, so he's got to go save the sub filled with his possessed friends who were out to kill him. That's a really cool sequence, and it's really nicely done. Yeah, like Miles, Gwen, Spider-Girl, Spider-Woman, Madam Web, they're all like possessed right now. It's a tough break for him. So Norman is talking to Kafka how he needs to be able to reach Kindred. Like, his death wouldn't really do anything, so he hopes to maybe reach him in a different way, but he is afraid that he'll just dredge up those feelings, that there's nothing he can say that'll break through to him. So he and Kafka come up with a new plan. They need to find someone else that Harry cares about. That's Mary Jane. And she's back in town after the events in her miniseries. So, this is really cool. It really keeps up the pace. And like I said, this doesn't need to be like a .0.LR, any of that kind of crap. Don't skip it because you think it's like filler. It's a continuation of the story. It's very good. I'd give it 5 out of 5 ram chips. Art's gorgeous. Let's see. It's nice to see maybe the writing tighten up a little bit because Spencer's working with somebody else. And when you get a pairing on an issue, that can sometimes screw things up. But when it goes well, it really tightens up the writing, and it does here. So yeah, really good stuff. Speaking of really good stuff, now we go from Spider-Man to Spider-Man appearing in Daredevil, and look at this gorgeous cover. Look at that thing. Daredevil covers have been beautiful lately. This is issue 23 by Chip Zdarsky, and let's see, Marco Checchetto. And hey, Daredevil's on trial for manslaughter, not Matt Murdock, because of a law that Matt ironically helped pass in New York City. You can be, as long as you can prove that you are that superhero, you can testify in court, you can stand trial without removing your mask or identity. I assume if he's found guilty and goes to jail, he's going to have to pull the mask off. But until then, he can keep it secret. And Foggy is working on the case, and he brings in, like, of all people, his ex-girlfriend, Kristen McDuffie, who I can't remember. I think she doesn't remember because of the mind wipe that the Purple Kids did across the world. She doesn't remember that he's Daredevil, and that's making him extremely uncomfortable in this situation. He has a talk with Elektra, and she's warning him about problems that are coming up. Essentially, she's talking about new leadership in hand, and Matt's like, that's tomorrow's problem. But she goes, hey, there's something you might be interested in. And lo and behold, there is a meeting going on with the Kingpin and several guys, and holy crap, Hammerhead gets messed up. Like, he's been killed like 87 times, so I doubt he's dead. But boy, that's a bad headache, really. Anyway, he appoints, Izzy Lierbis, who has been like one of the mafia bosses that's been in the Zdarsky run. He appoints her as the new Kingpin, or Queenpin, I suppose. Because look, I can't be mayor and run a legit business at the same time I'm running all your families. And I tried to let you do it yourself, but you're all screwed up. So, okay, she's the boss while I'm gone. And that's when Daredevil pulls his Batman Year One moment where he shows up, seemingly knocking down the vault door, and tells them, like, look, I'm here. I'm still watching you. And if you get out of line, I'm taking you all down. And Kingpin laughs that off, going, hey, you might be going to jail soon, man. You might be in trouble going to prison. And he goes, well, if I'm gone, he's here. And, Spider-Man's right in the corner. I love the way Zdarsky has been writing Spider-Man, and I am very much in the opinion that after Spencer is eventually done with his run and his tenure on Spider-Man, I would love to see Chip Zdarsky take over Amazing Spider-Man. And yeah, I know he did Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man. He's got a really good run on that. I'd like to see him take over the main line, and he has this wonderful scene. It's really emotional, and it kind of teared me up. I mean, look, Spider-Man and Daredevil are my two favorite Marvel heroes. And having them kind of have this connection and this really tight emotional scene where Spider-Man confesses all the way back in Spider-Man vs. Wolverine where he accidentally killed someone. And it was extremely tough for him to deal with. He's relating this to Matt and like, look, I'm here for you. And I'm sorry I was so hard on you earlier, but I was kind of being hard on myself at the same time. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful scene. Then Kristen comes in with Daredevil, and lo and behold, Matt Murdock's helping him out on the case. How could that be? you might ask. Well, if you read this past summer's Daredevil annual, you'll know. And I can't believe that's paying off already so soon. This is absolutely wonderful. 5 out of 5 RAM chips. I know I get 5 RAM chips quite a bit for the books I buy month in and month out, but this is easily the most 5 RAM chips out of all the books I buy. This is the best comic series on the market right now from Marvel or DC. It's really, really good. Go get it. All right. Now we go from a book that had Spider-Man and Spider-Woman in it to Spider-Woman. And this is issue 5. This is from Carla Pechko and Pierre Perez. And there's some other extra artists on this here, by the way. Anyway, it's the conclusion to, I don't know if this has like a particular name of the arc, this story arc. Maybe it's called Legacy, but, okay. Let's see. Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew, has like gone with her brother, her long-lost brother she never knew existed, and her niece to go visit her mom, who she thought was dead all this time, and they're attacked by Octavia, and her mother turns on her. And we realize that she's not really actually her mother, and I believe her brother didn't know this too, and she is kind of blaming her and is kind of giving up on Jessica, and she's like juicing herself up with this kind of serum to fight Octavia, and it is making her go crazy to the point where she's turning on Jessica, and we get this really cool, let's see, we get this really cool fight sequence where she's fighting both these old ladies. It's a free-for-all where they're kind of tearing each other up back and forth while, you know, her brother's trying to get his daughter out of the situation, but no such luck because Octavia catches her. Then we get this big fight between Jess and her mom, or her mom clone anyway, where her mother, like, her clone mom essentially, like, sacrifices herself to save the others. Well, not the others, but Rebecca. You know, she cares about her, but not Jess. That's, you know, you don't even have to, you don't have to say that. But anyway, her brother and niece take off, and Jessica feels like she needs to take care of the poison that's still in her body alone in her own method. And she tells Robert, and, you know, look, take care of my child. I gotta go on this little journey. And she goes right to, of course, Captain Marvel, Carol, her best friend, her BFF. When she's in really bad trouble, she goes to her. So this is going to be cool. This was really cool. I decided to pick up issue 1 to see if I liked it. I really enjoyed the first issue, and I kept on buying it. So I think I officially added this to my poll this week. So I'm very impressed by this book. I've never read any of Carla's works before, and I really dug this so far. So I'm still in on the Spider-Woman, and I can't wait to see where we go. Next issue, I was hoping we wouldn't take long to get to a Spider-Woman Captain Marvel team up, and that's the next arc, so that's going to be cool. I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 RAM chips. The art in here is gorgeous from page to page. There's 3 different artists working on it, and it's absolutely fantastic. Her clone mom going completely apeshit is really nice. You see this old lady going crazy and like fighting and tearing up stuff. It's really, really good. Now, I'll do one more Marvel book. I like to do the companies all together. This is X-Men 13. This is part 10 of X of Swords. And it's by Jonathan Hickman. And who's the art of this one? This is not Lou. This is Assar. Let's see. I'm on Assar. Forgive me if I mispronounce that. And this is chapter 10. It's been 2 weeks. All right, now look, I know when I reviewed X of Swords number 1, I really loved it. And I was going to like, oh man, I'm all into this. I'm going to be buying this. And like the next week, they like had like a whole bunch of issues. And I realized they weren't going to be doing this like once a month or twice a month or something like that. It was going to be in all the X books, all 8,900 titles of the X-Men, and you know what? I can't stretch my budget for that. Unfortunately, this is not a YouTube channel that can just buy all the books to review. I kind of buy what I like and I review them. Unfortunately, I cannot pick that up. So I'm probably going to have to go back and pick up the trade. I'm going to buy... The X-Men is the only X-Men title I buy. So, I don't know. I'm just going to have to deal and kind of catch up through the internet, I suppose. This one was pretty good. This is catching up with Apocalypse being nursed back to health after he got wrecked in the first issue of this. It's pretty good. The art's pretty solid as well. Nice and emotional. I'm really surprised how in touch and sensitive they've gotten with Apocalypse during this arc. He's never struck me as that kind of guy. I always considered him sort of like the X-Men's version of Darkseid or something like that. So it's interesting to see the side of him. Maybe he's different than I always pictured. But pretty good. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 RAM chips. Not bad work. I guess I'm going to have to go back and buy the trade. I'm terrified it's going to be a massive $50 hardcover giant that I'm going to have to just deal with. All right, last book, we're going to jump on over to IDW, and it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And this is issue 110, and this is by Sophie Campbell and Jody Nishima. Let's see, Jody is doing the art, and let's see, Sophie Campbell's doing the story. It has story consultants, Eastman and Waltz, still working on it, so I don't know the specifics. I assume they're taking a break and kind of letting her take over, but still instructing well, this is kind of where the story's going, so I assume that's how it's working. Anyway, hey, it's working pretty well. Mutant Town is kind of starting to pick up and starting to seem like an approachable place to live for mutants. It opens though with not an inviting scene where let's see, Leonardo's being attacked by this kind of squid Cthulhu guy in a hoodie, but he escapes. There's a cool moment where he spits ink at him through his hand, which leaves Leo thinking, okay, somebody's doing some shit. So most of the issue deals with one of my favorite things that are going on in the book is a date, and maybe first date between Raphael and Alapex. And it's fantastic and adorable. They are doing regular people things for a change instead of fighting and doing some huge adventure or something like that. But of course, they run into these biker hogs. Oh, I just got it. I'm so stupid. These hogs riding hogs, and they think they're a little bit too close to the bikes, and they get kind of touchy and start a quick fight. And that's when they suggest hey, why don't we do a race? So Raphael races their main biker, and he actually, I believe, saves her life during it. She's like, you know what? Okay, thought you're a dick, but you guys are pretty cool. You can actually keep that bike, and you're cool with me. So that's actually really nice. And he and Alapex hit the bike and take off, and we transition, they're going this way and Leo's going that way, because he's figured out where he thinks that squid guy came from, and goes spies on let's see, he goes spies on, let's see, what's this guy's name? I forgot this guy's name. The cat guy. Oh, damn it. I try to research these things before I read again. Come on, someone say his name. Anyway, Hob, that's right. His name's Hob. Excuse me. I'll totally fix that in post, because I'm a professional. Anyway, Hob is still running around doing crap, and he's the one who started this whole mess in the first place, and tried to rule it through gang rule, and got ousted, thank God. But he is not done, so he's kind of sniffing around in. Leo is spying on him, and then his kids, his orphans, kind of break in. Hey, it's you, hey! And he has to make a quick exit. He gets the kids out too, without being seen, because he's a ninja. Really good stuff. I enjoyed this book. I feel like it's been too long. I guess it's been a month, but man, the wait for this issue is extraordinary. Because I don't know, I've just been really into this right now, and it's cool just to sit and kind of explore this world. I'm really digging the Mutant Town setup, and I'm really enjoying it. I don't know how long the plan is for that. I would love to go on forever, because I'm kind of happy seeing these mutants happy and hanging out in Mutant Town and going to rock concerts and eating hot dogs and going on dates. It's fun, but I know that won't be forever. This is really good. 5 out of 5 Ram chips. A lot of fun. Go check out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right now. All right. Hey, I'm done reviewing comic books. So, hey, what did you review? You can let me know. What was your favorite book of the week? Did you read any of these books? Have I convinced you to check one of them out? Let me know in the comments below. You can like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, because all that stuff helps my algorithm so more people can see it besides 30 people or something. So, go ahead and do that. That'd be fine. You can find me elsewhere as well. I'm also on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Tumblr, and I'm also in TikTok at Justin Cristelli. So, that's that pretty much. I'll talk to you next week. I have some new videos, of course, comic book reviews, but I'm also going to be talking about Avatar next week, so get ready for that. Push the button, Lindsay.